Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara and today we are going to do a 30-minute yoga flow, focusing on moving strong, slow and steady, building a deeper connection to our body and our asanas. So when you're ready, let's start seated on our seat bones. We have a long and neutral spine, hands on our knees. Gently drop your head towards the left side, feeling a nice release in the right side of your neck, of your shoulder. Rotate your chin towards your left shoulder. Maybe you can feel the stretch now deeper in the back side of your head and your shoulder. Start rotating your chin up and down, keeping your head towards the left side. The slower you move, the more you can actually feel and sense in this moment. Allow yourself to breathe slow and steady, calming your body down. Extend the right arm towards the side, pressing through the wrist, pulling your fingers towards you. Start rotating your hand internally and externally, keeping your shoulders soft and easy away from your ears, keeping your spine long and neutral, feeling into your neck area. Do this movement a few more times. Place the hand back onto your knee, rolling your head towards the right side, feeling a nice release in the left side of your neck. Hands are resting easy on your knees. Then rotate your chin towards your right shoulder downwards, feeling the release in the back side of your head and your shoulder. Gently start rotating your chin up and down. Allow your face to fully relax, closing your eyes. Jaw is soft and easy, mouth slightly open. Relax the point in between your eyes. Keeping the chin downwards, extend the left arm out, pulling the fingers towards you. Shifting the palm away from you, start rotating your arm internally and externally. The slower you move, the more time and the more capacity your body has to actually feel and sense that motion. Moving slower and with more control allows us to build a deeper connection to our body. Very good. Now place the hand back onto your knee, rolling your head to center, finding a neutral and long spine. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen from the tailbone to the fingers. Exhale, lower the right hand, left hand reaches up and over into your side bend. Inhale into your rib cage, allow your chest to open up, creating space. Exhale, pull your left hand onto the ground forward, slightly in front of the right hand. Drop your chin towards your chest, round your spine. Lift and reach the left arm up and over in your side bend one more time, keeping both seat bones connected with the ground. Inhale, raise both arms back up. Exhale, lower the left arm onto the ground, right arm reaches up and over. Enjoy that movement, maybe give yourself a little smile. Lower and set the right hand in front of the left, shifting your hands into the ground and slightly towards you. Pull your chin towards your chest, round in your spine. Inhale, reach your right arm back up into your side bend. And come back to center, this time placing your hands interlaced behind your heads, shifting the back of your head into your hands and your hands against your heads. A beautiful pose to completely relax, especially in your neck and upper back area. Lower the hands back down onto the ground. Let's turn onto your hands and on your knees into tabletop position. Placing the right hand onto your wrist for cat-cow. Inhale, lengthen and arch your back, look up. Exhale, roundin, navel towards the spine, ribs together. Inhale, lengthen, arch, look up. Exhale, roundin, ribs together, chin towards chest. Inhale, lengthen and arch. Exhale, roundin, chin towards your chest. Let's add our spinal waves into our cat-cow motion. Shift back, arch your spine. Shift forward, round your spine. Shift backwards, arch. Shift forward, round in your spine. Allow your tailbone and your seat bones to lead that motion. Inhaling, shift backwards, arch. Exhale, shift forward, round in. Beautiful. Let's switch our hands, placing the left wrist onto the ground. Starting over in our cat-cow. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, round in your spine, pulling the navel in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat and round in. Try to do this movement really actively, using your muscles and not only passive, arching in your back or in your lower back. We really want to engage our core muscles and our pelvic floor muscles to warm up our complete torso. Let's add our spinal waves. Shift forward, round. Shift backwards, arch. Round and shift forwards. Arch, shift backwards. A few more times. Beautiful. Now walk your fingers further away, lengthening through your spine, keeping your hip over your knees. Tuck your chin in towards your chest, roundin and pull your ribs together. And with your inhalation, lower your chest, open your heart, look forward into puppy pose. Opening our shoulders, opening our hearts, feeling a nice extension in our upper back. Gently shift your chest back up, placing your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes and hover your knees off the ground. Keeping your knees lifted, pull your right knee in towards your triceps. Step back and pull your left knee in. Pull the right knee. Pull the left knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep your knees lifted and send your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog, shifting your fingers into the ground and away from you. Keeping your knees straight, start lifting one heel at a time. Then alternate bending your knees, walking your dog out. allowing yourself to get completely comfortable in your downward facing dog. Remind yourself of pulling your navel towards your spine, activating your pelvic floor muscles. Start shifting forward, lower the knees, tapping the ground quickly, lifting them back up into your downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, lower the knees, tap. Exhale, send the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, lower, tap. Exhale, send the hips back, down dog. One more time. Hold your down dog. Let's switch it to our planks. Inhale, shift forward into your plank, keeping your core engaged, your glutes are squeezed. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, down dog. Try to do this movement really slow and controlled, thinking of each detail, pressing your fingers into the ground, shifting out of your shoulders, keeping your ribs pulled towards each other. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Inhale, hold your plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin towards the ground. Inhale, tuck your tailbone in, roll forward into a cobra, lengthening through the chest and the breastbone, pushing the fingers into the ground. And send the hips back onto your heels into child's pose. Forehead is heavy on the ground, your back is completely relaxed. Push your palms against each other, placing them above your head, allowing your shoulder blades to widen here completely. This can help you to actually relax your trapezius, your upper back and your neck muscles. Inhale, set the hands back onto the ground and send the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Exhale. With your inhalation, reach the right leg up and high, 3-legged dog, pointing your toes, hands pushing into the ground and foot pulling away from you, lengthening completely. Lower the leg and set the right foot crossed behind the left foot, shifting your hip towards the left side, opening the right rib cage completely, breathing slow and steady into your ribs. Shift your hips back to center. Right leg reaches back up into 3-legged dog. Open the hip towards the right side, bending the lifted leg. For a beautiful hip opener, feeling the release in your hip flexor. Keeping the knee bent, close the hip back to center. Shift forward, pulling the knee towards your triceps. Inhale, lengthen the leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, lengthen 3-legged dog. Exhale, pull. Let's go a few more times. This is such a powerful and dynamic movement, strengthening our entire body. One more. Set the leg back, downward facing dog. Then lower the knees, bringing the hips towards the heels into child's pose. Either lengthen the arms out or shift the palms against each other behind your head. A beautiful moment of relaxation. Let's come back up into our downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up, 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square and both hip bones pulling towards the ground. Let's hold for a couple of breaths. Then lower the left leg crossed behind the right, shifting the hip towards the right side, lengthening the left side of your rib cage, opening your chest. Allow yourself to breathe slow, steady, and deep into your rib cage. Bring the hip back to center. Left leg reaches back up into three-legged dog. Open your hip towards the left side and bend your lifted leg. A beautiful hip opener here, feeling a nice release in the hip flexor. Close the hip back in, shifting forward and pulling your knee towards your triceps. Inhale, lengthen into three-legged dog. Exhale, pull the knee towards your triceps. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull and shift forwards. Three more times. Two more. Last one. Inhale, step your foot back into your plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, lengthen up and forward into your upward facing dog, untucking your toes. Let's take one more breath here. Then lower the knees, send the hips back onto your heels, child's pose. Either keeping the hands on the ground or placing your palms shifted against each other behind your head. Beautiful. Let's come back up into our downward facing dog. With your inhalation, right leg reaches up into three-legged dog. For wild thing, open the hip towards the right side and bend the lifted knee. Then slowly start shifting your shoulders forward over your hands, stepping the lifted foot behind you onto the ground, squeezing the glutes and shifting the hip up higher, opening the chest. Beautiful. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing your ribs to open up, allowing your heart to open up. Then lower the seat bones onto the ground and turn back into your plank position, keeping your right leg bent and lifted. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, lengthen up into upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Straightening the right leg, stepping the right foot onto the ground as well. Beautiful. Let's repeat this combo on our left side. Inhale, left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Then open the hip towards the left side, bending the knee. Slowly start shifting your shoulders forwards over your hands, stepping the lifted foot behind you, squeezing the glutes, opening the hip, opening the chest and the heart. Let's hold a couple more breaths in this asana. Then gently lower the hips and the seat bones onto the ground, keeping the left leg bent and lifted. Turn back to the front into plank. Exhale, lower into chaturanga, keeping the leg lifted. Inhale, lengthen up into upward facing dog. And exhale, shift the hip up high, downward facing dog. Release the left leg down as well. Let's take 2 deep and slow breaths here. Inhale, right leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward, placing your right knee bent in between your hands. Lower the hip into your pigeon pose. Focus on pulling especially the left hip flexor forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, slightly extend backwards. Exhale, slowly walk your fingers forward, coming into a forward fold. Feeling a beautiful and deep, intense release in your glutes, as well as in your lower back. Take 2 deep breaths here. And gently walk back up, tucking the toes of the back leg, lifting the right knee off the ground. Shift the weight into the left hand, dropping the back heel sideways. Right arm reaches up, coming into a side plank variation. Either stay like this or grab your big toe, trying to extend that leg upwards for a hand to big toe variation in our side plank. Then really gently with control, lower that leg back, forward, down, coming into lizard pose. Let's hold for a couple of breaths, maybe shifting slightly forward and backwards, doing a few micro movements here. Option to lower onto your elbows for a deeper and intense hip opener. Then lower the back knee onto the ground, sending the hips back, straightening that front leg, flexing the foot, half split, crossing the right leg underneath your torso over your left leg, placing the heel of your back leg in between your seat bones. Once you find your balance, set your hands in prayer, shifting the left elbow against the right knee, opening in a beautiful twist. If you feel comfortable, stay here, or if you want a little challenge, place both hands in one line in front of you, shifting the weight of your legs onto your elbows, slowly leaning forward and lifting the feet off the ground. This is your time to play a little bit around. Feel free to do any variations that you want to do. Beautiful. Gently lower the legs and come into tabletop, sending the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Our safe space, our home, resetting our breath. Remember to inhale and exhale through the nose in a slow and steady pattern. Inhale, left leg reaches up, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift the shoulders forward, placing the left knee in between the hands, lower the hip and tuck your toes. This time focus on pulling the right hip a little bit more forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, extending the back. With your exhalation, set your hands forward, walking them into a forward fold. Let the forehead sink into the ground. I know this can be intense, but your breath will guide you and lead you through any asana. And gently come back up. Tuck the toes of the back leg, lifting the left knee off the ground. Shift the weight into the right hand. Flip the heel over. Left arm reaches up high into your side plank. Either stay here or you have the option to grab your big toe with your middle and index finger, extending your leg upwards and shifting your hip even higher. Engaging your pelvic floor muscles will help you to find that balance. Now lower and set that foot towards the front, next to your hands, lowering into lizard pose. The back knee is completely straight. Feel free to move here in micro movements, shifting forward and backwards, really connecting with your hip flexor and your hip. Option to lower onto your elbows. Let's hold for a couple of breaths. Gently come back up onto your hands. Lower the back knee and send the hip backwards, coming into your half split. Front leg is straightened, your foot is flexed. Cross your forward leg underneath your torso, over your right leg, setting your seat bones onto your heel. Once you find your balance, right elbow goes over your left knee, placing your hands in prayer in front of your chest, finding your beautiful spinal twist. Keeping your gaze at one point, slightly open and completely focused. And either stay here, or if you want that little challenge, place your hands in line in front of you, shifting the legs onto your elbows, leaning forward until your legs lift off the ground. Feel free to move here in any variations or to play a little around. If you lose your balance, it doesn't really matter as long as you have fun moving. Beautiful. We officially made it to our cool down. Let's come seated onto our seat bones, lengthen in your spine, and vertebra by vertebra roll onto your back. Lift the right leg, pulling your knee in, extending the left leg out. Extend that right leg out. Left middle and index finger is grabbing big toe. Right arm reaches toward the side, dropping the lifted leg towards the left. A beautiful spinal twist. Allow your ribcage to open up. Allow yourself to breathe deeply, slow and steady. Slowly bend that knee in and roll your hip back onto the ground. Let's repeat on the other side, hugging your left knee in. Right leg is straight on the ground. Extend that leg closer towards you. Right middle and index finger reaches the left big toe. Left arm towards the side. Dropping your foot over to the right, keeping your gaze towards the left. And one more time, focusing on your breath, focusing on creating space in your rib cage. Gently bend that knee, placing the hip back to center and extending the leg back out. Placing the hands next to your body, let's surrender in silence for the last couple of moments here in shavasana. Gently start waking up your toes, your fingers, and roll over onto your favorite side. Gently shift yourself up to seated, finding yourself in a comfortable seat with a long and neutral spine. Bring your hands together and your thumbs towards your heart. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank yourself for doing something good for your body. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you liked this flow, and if you did, feel free to subscribe or to leave a comment. I wish you a beautiful day. See you next time.